In this case, I wrote the original treatment for War of the Worlds back in 1998, and I'd worked with David Abramowitz on the animated Highlander Search for Vengeance feature that I was a producer on. You know, I found him to be a totally collaborative writer who wasn't afraid to listen to other people's input. So I knew once we had the money together for War of the Worlds that David was the perfect guy to take my child to. In this case, we knew we wanted a character design look that was a little bit unique, that hadn't been done before. So we had 4 or 5 different artists, some from Malaysia, some from Korea, some from America. They all contributed visuals. And we had director Lee, from Korea, who has this very strong kind of anime meets American animation style, very muscular, very stylized. I decided that director Lee's was maybe the most interesting. What we really wanted was sort of a 1914 meets the late 1929, 1930 meets Star Wars in terms of architecture and technology. I was lucky enough to have been introduced to a team in Malaysia, in Kuala Lumpur, called Studio Klein. And it's mainly 2 guys, Spencer Oy and Wei Xiong, and these 2 guys are terrific. They're arguably the best artists I've ever worked with in design. They're as good as the best guys I've met in America or in Europe. They're really first-rate artists. Our engineers and audio guys doing the sound effects were great, building all the sound effects, all of the unique sounds in the film, like what does a Super Zeppelin sound like as it's passing by the camera? What does a steam-powered battle tripod sound like as it's powering up and stomping through the woods? What does a Martian tripod sound like as it's stalking through the streets of New York City? And these guys did an amazing job on the audio. Under my partner Mike's direction, the final mix and sound on this film is huge. The sound is just as big a part of this movie as the visuals, and just as strong.